My name is Alex Howard. For nearly 20 years, I've been a therapist here in London. I am deeply passionate about helping people make real, positive change in their lives. Having been through therapy myself at different stages of my own life, I know how transformative it can be. That's why I started In Therapy, a series that follows the stories of brave participants as they go on therapeutic journeys with me. Join us as we go behind the scenes, as people grapple with issues like depression, anxiety, and chronic illness, and join my mission to break the stigma around mental health and asking for help. This is In Therapy with me, Alex Howard.
Hey, just thought I'd give you an update on how I've been for the last few weeks. So it's been really busy, really stressful over the last few weeks at work, and my fatigue has been pretty bad. It's been very difficult. I don't actually know how I've managed to be at work and not be off sick, because it's been really, really challenging. And then yesterday was my last day before our 2-week holiday, so I spent the day just getting everything sorted, making sure everything was prepared for when I was off. Then we went to go and get our motorhome from Leicester, so it was about an hour each way driving. And then this morning's been an early start, and I'm just walking Phoebe. I'm so glad I've got these 2 weeks off. So we're basically going up to the Highlands in Scotland. We've got a couple of nights on the Isle of Skye, and just 2 weeks away on the road, which I'm really looking forward to. So I'll catch you in a couple of weeks. I thought I'd give you a quick update from our time in the Highlands. Yeah, we were having a really good time. I've been driving the motorhome on the less precarious roads, which I've actually really enjoyed. No symptoms really, apart from a little bit tired. So yeah, all going good, and hopefully I'll give you another update when we're at another place. We did quite a strenuous walk 2 days ago now, and I'm still feeling the after effects of that. So thought I'd share that even on holiday, there's no escape from this illness. I think sometimes a lot of it is to do with stress, but a lot of it is obviously to do with physical exertion as well. But it is raining. It's been raining for the past few days now, so don't mind not going out there and getting wet, to be honest. I'm going to try and have some sleep now. Bye!
How are you doing?
Pretty good, I think.
Okay.
Not many symptoms at all really on holiday, apart from obviously I walk Phoebe most days, but I don't go hiking with her most days. So some of the walks that we went on were a bit challenging, shall we say. It was like literally clambering over rocks and things on a couple of them, which wasn't ideal. There was one particular one where we went to go and see these this amazing like 15-meter waterfall, and it was only like a 20-minute walk, but it was literally clambering over rocks and stuff. So it was totally worth being absolutely wiped out for the next 2 days, to be honest with you, because it was amazing. But yeah, that I just overdid it a couple of days and had like probably 3 days out of the whole 14 days where I wasn't too great, but just because I'd done too much.
Yeah. But on the good days, tell me about those.
Yeah, the good days, I mean, what I found is, and I know this is a thing because I've spoken about it with other people with chronic fatigue syndrome, but I find that when I actually set myself an alarm and get up at a certain time instead of dozing and just getting up whenever I feel like, I feel better when I set myself an alarm. So the days that we did that, I felt much better, whereas I felt quite sluggish when I got up if we were just laying in and didn't have, you know, anything particular to do. So that's something that I've learned. I mean, when I'm at work, obviously I do set my alarm. I only, the latest I sleep in is 7 o'clock. So yeah, I need to make sure I do that more. And yeah, not really any symptoms really. I mean, physically, I think I could feel like muscular fatigue when I was doing something physical, but in terms of the whole system fatigue and just sort of being really lethargic and stuff, I was fine.
Good.
Yeah.
So your sort of general symptoms were pretty calm. And did you feel like good? Were you able to sort of enjoy the holiday and sort of have sort of pleasure being there?
Yeah, God, yeah. It's the best holiday I've ever had. It was amazing. It was so good. Yeah, it was amazing.
Why was that?
Well, obviously I was with my husband, and we were just bimbling along really. There was nothing we needed to do. The scenery is just incredible in the Highlands. It's unreal. Like, you could be in Greece or anywhere. Like, the water's crystal clear. I mean, to be honest with you, it rained nearly every day. Typical for the
Scotland, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know, but we've got waterproof clothing and stuff. But even though it rained pretty much every day, it was just like being out in nature, and you know that's like my thing. I love being outside. So yeah, it was just amazing. Like, and we went to probably 3 different places each day. You know, different, either a loch or like little coves or something like that. Yeah, each day, and yeah, it was just amazing. Loved it. Yeah, brilliant.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And you mentioned in your email that you've been doing some work with the inner critic and telling it to fuck off. So tell me about that.
Yes. So, as I said in my email, I'm quite a trooper when it comes to swearing. So I didn't think, I watched your video and I was like, I don't know whether my inner critic's going to take this, because I swear all the time. So it's used to me, the air being a bit blue. I've got a lot of, and I've always had this, like low self-esteem in terms of my figure and my weight, because I've always battled with my weight, and I'm nearly 4 stone heavier than what I was, like, not before I became ill, but I lost a load of weight and, you know, did really well and kept it off. And then over the last sort of 6 years, it's just crept back on. So I'm trying to be a bit more accepting and thinking, well, actually, even though my body's a bit bigger than what I want it to be, it does such an amazing job for me, and I need to look after it. And starting thinking like that and doing a bit of tapping around that sort of thing. I've got the EFT tapping solution app, and there's some tapping meditations on that about that sort of thing. So I've been trying to do that, and then feeling a bit better about myself in that respect then makes me not eat crap because I want to look after.
That's the vicious circle, right? That you beat yourself up for how you look, which makes you feel emotionally worse, which makes you eat more of the things that aren't best for you to be eating, which then just feeds you around in the cycle. And also, I think it leads you to feeling sort of powerless, like I'm at the mercy of this pattern, which then just also leads to, I think, more frustration and being more vulnerable to your inner critic beating you up.
Yeah, definitely. So got to work on that a little bit, I think.
How have things been in the sort of family context with your stepdad and sort of the aftermath?
I haven't heard from him. nothing. You know, I put posts on Facebook and he'll like them, so I know he's seeing stuff, but he's not contacted me. I've not contacted him.
How does that feel?
Well, it is disappointing and hurtful, really, because I haven't done anything wrong. Yeah, it is quite hurtful, but he's obviously busy with this woman. He's gone to Mallorca now, and I don't know when he's going to come back. He's just left my brother on his own. Sends him money to look after the dogs and stuff. But yeah, I think the plan is for them. I don't know how they're going to sell that house because it's a mess, but yeah, sell the house and my brother gets an amount of money, and then yeah, he just cuts his ties and moves on to his next family.
Wow. How does it feel talking about it?
Shit. Yeah.
Does it feel okay to feel shit?
Yeah, it feels okay to feel shit. It's just, yeah, just disappointing and, like I say, hurtful, because he's just moving on to his next family now, and he's done this. This is what he does. Yeah.
Is there anything that you feel is unspoken, or do you feel like you've said what you need to say?
I feel like I've said what I need to say. And I don't know if I said anything else, it wouldn't make any difference anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. So you're not feeling a lot of unspoken feeling at this point, as you were before. In a sense, it's just that you're left with the feeling of disappointment and the feeling of hurt, which I think makes sense given the situation.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily angry at him anymore. I'm just like, yeah, just a bit wounded, really, that he's just not asked about me.
Or put differently, he is asked about you, but his pain is so great that he doesn't know how else to deal with it.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And I think it's trying to separate out his actions from his feeling towards you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to be okay with it, or you have to suddenly just go, oh, it's fine because he's in pain and therefore he's doing sort of hurtful things. But it's just trying to remember that it's not ultimately about you as much as part of you, I'm sure, wishes it was about you, because that would show his care. But it's about his own wounding and pain and him not knowing how to deal with that.
Every time I see that he's liked something that I've posted, I'm like, well, I know he does care, but just send me a message, for fuck's sake. It's not difficult. He doesn't even have to ring me, just send me a message.
Yeah. I suspect he doesn't know what to say.
No.
There's not much. It's
No.
hard to say anything given his actions, right?
Yeah, and it's the same with me, really. Like, what is it for me to say to him? Like,
well, in a sense, you've also said it, right? I mean, you expressed how you felt, and there was a significant movement in your symptoms as a result, which shows that you needed to express that.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know whether just to be the bigger person and just send him a message and just say I'm really annoyed that you've not messaged me or anything.
Do you feel that's something you need to do?
Yeah, maybe. It's annoying though, because he should be the one messaging me first, not me.
Right.
It's he's the adult.
Well, he's not. He's meant to be the adult.
He's the parent then.
I mean, I obviously don't know him at all, but what way you describe it is he's like a little boy that doesn't know what to do with his feelings and is just looking for someone somehow to make him feel better.
Yeah, and I think I've been spoiled by having a brilliant parent in my mum. Yeah. So we would always talk about things. She would always talk about stuff. And if we annoyed each other, we'd talk about it. Yeah. But yeah, this is what he does. It's like I say, this is what he does. He just moves from one family to the other. And, you know, not that any of this is about the money, it's about the principle. This new woman is going to get everything, you know, when he passes away. And his responsibility as a parent, he's just thinking, fuck all them. There's five people that he could help significantly, especially my brother and his daughter who's disabled. Like, it just doesn't seem like he's got a thought for anybody. And if it was the other way around, if my mum had moved on with somebody, there's no way that she wouldn't honour their wish in that will. Do you know what I mean? And I just think he's a dickhead. So yeah, maybe I should just message him and just say, look, I'm really pissed off that you've not messaged me.
Yeah, I think at this point there's nothing to be lost by expressing how you feel, and there's potentially something to be gained by expressing how you feel.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think even being honest about how you feel about the will and about the money side of it, I think there's something that's liberating about that. Whether he likes it or not, or he changed anything or not, isn't even really the point, but just expressing from, that's how it lands.
Yeah, somebody needs to say something because it's not on. Yeah, my mum would be fuming with him.
Yeah, and in a sense, in many ways, you're speaking for her as much as you're speaking for you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she'd be livid.
Yeah, so I think you should tell him that.
Yeah.
Not with the expectation that anything's going to change, but just with the fact that you're left with these feelings that it sounds like you need to do something with, and to honor and respect how you feel.
Yeah, I think probably you're right. I have to tell him. Yeah. Good idea. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm really pleased to hear things are moving forwards. I think we've got a good plan. Send me an email halfway between now and next time, and I will talk with you then.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Alex.
Thanks, Ali. Take care. Bye. Bye. I hope you found this week's episode helpful. We're going to continue to follow our participants from season 1 through season 2. We'll see how Sally's journey unfolds in the coming months. We'll also be catching up with Hannah. For the next episode of In Therapy, we'll be finding out what's been going on for Lauren. Lauren was considering a big life move, potentially moving to another country to make more time and more space for her healing. We'll be finding out whether she's made that move or not. There's going to be a break next week on In Therapy. It's Christmas week. I know Christmas can sometimes be a challenging time. So on the podcast this week, I'm going to be sharing some top tips for how to handle and manage the Christmas season during lockdown. If you've got questions for the podcast, for Talking Therapy, please do post them below this week's episode, and we go through and review all the comments and use those as the questions, the source material for Talking Therapy. Also, if you haven't already, please do like the video. Please do also subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell. That's what tells YouTube this is content worth sharing. It also means you'll see new episodes as they're released. So as I say, there's a pause for a week next week, and then we'll be catching up with Lauren. Here's a taste of what's coming up. How are you? You're clearly not in England.
No, I'm not in the UK. Most stressful few weeks I think I've ever gone through in my life, but best decision I've made this year. I was so bogged down. I mean, I look back at this year and it just seems like such a dark, miserable place. So I was in complete denial about what I was coping with and what I wasn't. And I've removed pretty much everything. Now it's just me.
It sounds like you're working in partnership with your body as opposed to against your body. So when there's energy, you're able to do something with the energy. And when it's time to rest, you're also able to listen. And it sounds like the general direction is that your energy is growing and is increasing.